This is round 12, the third to last round of the Exotic Rising series. This is tier 2, and Boneless Cheese is starting from pole, but is so far ahead compared to everyone else. This is the Sochi Autodrome circuit in Russia. It is 5.848 kilometers long, 3.634 miles. There are 2 DRS zones, 18 corners, 6 to the left, 12 to the right. This is also, as we know, Sochi is the venue of the 2040 Winter Olympics, and this is the most expensive venue that ever hosted an Olympics, whether it is winter or summer, because the whole Sochi Olympic Park, well, took the government 15 billion to do it.
Oh, wow.
That is a large amount of money. Sochi is also the most popular resort in Russia, and also the unofficial summer capital of Russia, as the drivers finally are lining on the grid. And Boneless Cheese's tires might just be that little bit colder because he was lining up on the grid quite a lot earlier compared to the rest of the grid, as the 5 red lights are about to go off, and they go now. It's a good start from Boneless Cheese. It's a terrible start, on the other hand, from Damon. He's under attack from Jord, from Flava, from Finsek as they go 3 wide behind him. There's a little bit of contact as the slipstream helps Damon to defend his position. Someone has dived down the inside. That's Shane. He has tapped Flava around. I believe there was some contact. Damon is challenging Boneless. Oh, Boneless has gone really wide into turn 3. Damon is going around the outside of turn 4. What a move from the Alfa Romeo driver. Damon takes the lead after not the best start done by the Alfa Romeo driver, as Flava is now on the back of the grid. There is contact made. Oh, contact made indeed by Phil, who crashed into the back of Darrow, and Darrow is pushed out wide as Greco has made a terrible start and dropping down to P14 after starting from P12.
He has to push it all the way back up now.
Karas has a red cross on top of his name. On my end, I don't know whether he has disconnected again like he did in Australia, but I have no idea right now, as Nick is using all of his overtake trying to pass Pucci, but Pucci is also right in the slipstream of Karas, who is still showing that red cross symbol on my screen, and Karas is now connecting back as he jumps suddenly ahead of Pucci, because Pucci was side by side with Karas going into the corner. Karas is showing that symbol again. His connection is terrible, and Pucci got completely caught out because Karas jumped back with his connection.
Wow, Karas is suddenly all the way at the back.
Yep, he's had a connection issue yet again, just like he had last race in Australia. That is terrible for the Greek driver, as Phil has come into the pits after contact with Darrow on the opening lap, because he picked up wing damage, I believe, from the contact. So he's back in the pits, and we have a fight for P11. That's Greco going down the inside of Pucci into turn 3, or turn 2 rather. And coming out of turn 2, he's made the position stick, both of them starting on those brand new medium tires.
A pretty clean start for the most part.
Shane is losing it. Ooh, Finsek has to back off, and Shane is crashed into the wall. He's lost a bit of his end play. That is shocking news for the driver that's made a terrific start, and Kigat has spun at the back of the field. He spun in the corner that Shane lost his front wing on, or Pucci rather, because they were very close, as Finsek dives down the inside of Shane to turn 2. Clean move from the Ferrari driver, but Shane just turned Finsek.
Yep.
He literally accelerated and turned Finsek around. Now the Ferrari driver has damage, I believe. At Brizan now, he's going to challenge Shane after seeing what Shane did to Finsek. Brizan tries to go as far as possible, as away as possible compared to Shane, but he's got a good exit, so no chance for Shane to retaliate this time. But he's
Shane really has to watch out.
Tap again, but it doesn't look like he's going to be able to, because Shane is fully in the slipstream. Brizan descends the inside line. Shane is trying to go around the outside. Spicy looking from the behind. Brizan just about gives Shane enough room, as Shane, I think, overtakes off track. Makes some ground up now, but he's unable to, because these two are fighting again. Brizan going this time down the inside of Shane. Spicy is closing in, but not close enough. Shane is in AI.
Oh, this is really caught. Oh,
Spicy needs to go around the outside. Spicy can't go around the outside. He needs to dive him, and he does. And the AI turns in. And he's round because he's not AI anymore. Do we have a fight for the lead? Yes, we do. Bonus cheese is
We do.
using an overtake. He's literally in the slipstream of Damon. Damon defends the middle line. He's giving the inside to the Racing Point driver, which I don't understand. But he breaks later on around the outside. Bonus cheese just about holds on. That's a bit aggressive, but fair play because he was ahead. But the corner comes up. And time that the corner comes up as Flava has a fight with Krico. He's down the inside of Krico. The driver that got tapped around on lap 1 into turn 2 is back up into ninth place, but Krico is going around the outside of turn 3. Oh, what a move from the Alfa Romeo driver, but he goes deep. This is a great comeback from Flava. This is a terrific fight from 2 of the top 6 drivers in the league as Flava retakes a position into turn 4. Turn 5 rather than pardon. You would know that, as Flava is going down the inside of Nick into turn 2. Oh, he's getting squeezed and not make that move stick. Here comes Krico again. He's looking around the outside again, but he's unsuccessful. So back to the damage point. If you have like 6% to 9% damage, it won't even show up on the game as Flama gets a terrific exit coming out of turn 5 and going down the inside of Nick. They're still side by side into turn 7. Flava has the inside line, but he's not brave enough. Nick goes around the outside and takes P7 back, but he has to back off now, and he backs off for 2 positions that he lost. It's visible.
Looks like Damon is really close. Oh, no, he just backed off. In time.
Oh, but Boneless Cheese goes
exit.
wide. They're going side by side through turn 3 again. Oh, he's trying to go around the outside. Bonus Cheese will understeer into him a little bit. Oh, Damon leaving just about the cars with Anti taking a penalty on the inside curve. This is playing into George's hands as Bonus Cheese challenges Damon down the inside of turn 5. Not
close racing here.
But they are still going side by side. Bonus Cheese this time has the inside line for turn 7, and George is closing in every single corner. But Damon is going to use his overtake now. Once again, he's trying to go to the inside, and Bonus Cheese does leave him the inside. And he makes a move before the braking zone.
Some really good fighting going on here.
Bonus Cheese versus Damon. Into turn 2 they go. He's got enough slipstream. He's got enough speed. He's going down the inside. He's turning in. Oh! That was always going to happen because if you turn in on the inside curve, if you not too much of the inside curve, you will understeer wide.
Boneless did give the position back though.
Yeah, he did. So that's fair and square, but I'm not sure if Damon will pick up a warning because of it, as we are fight for P5. They're going side by side through turn 3. These two have had incidents before, and Spicy almost turned into the pass of Ruff. Ruff is certainly not going to give this one up. They're going side by side through turn 5, and Ruff repays the favor and squeezes Spicy off the track slightly, and Ruff takes a position. Yes, he is. He's not decided to fake this one. He's directly into the pit, down to neutral gear to try to slow down for the pit entry. Where is Damon? Damon is on the inside of Dank, and he can see Bonus Cheese up in front. So the undercut has not worked. For Damon, in fact, he has lost his lead to Bonus Cheese because he got held up behind Dank. So Bonus Cheese has done the effective overcut on Damon and taken the lead of the race, going really wide. Meanwhile, Spicy in the back of Ruff, not close enough again, gives Ruff a little bit of a tap, and that pushes Ruff really wide, but Spicy does back off and decided to stay as far away as possible to Ruff, but Damon is challenging Bonus Cheese down the inside of turn 13. And he's done it! So he has retaken the lead, but he is going to be on 1 lap older. Oh, medium tires, Jude is losing it. Jude has a big oversteer moment. He's lost about 5/10 coming out of turn 14, and he's now 1.3 seconds behind the leaders. He needs that ERS, but he's lost it on the outlap. Spicy is on the inside of Ruff. He's going down the inside, and Ruff turns in, and they make contact, and Spicy is around, adding to the wall. It's happened again. Bonus Cheese is on the inside of Damon, but not close enough. He's getting a penalty because he has to turn out of the corner. So they are level playing in terms of penalty now, and the driver that picked pre-race, George, could win this one because he doesn't have a penalty yet. And he's getting held up in the corners though. Could this be Bonus Cheese opportunity? No, he's not close enough. Puch is not using his overtake. He's on 80%. He should then these two by. Oh, Boneless Cheese trying to go to the other side. Are they going to be side by side into the corner? No, they are not. They both pass Pucci cleanly. Jordan is getting further and further away though because he doesn't have ERS. But they are very close on the front straight again. Boneless Cheese going down the inside of Damon. Damon is defenseless as Jordan pulls up and moves past Pucci, who hasn't hit it yet.
Oh,
But
and Boneless lost it.
I didn't see that because I switched to George, so Damon has retaken the lead and also pulled away by almost a second. I think that would be the case as Boneless Cheese is using all of his overtake again. Damon this time defends the inside line. Actually, no, he switches back to the outside to give Boneless Cheese the inside. Oh, that was aggressive under the braking. Oh, and Damon just lags back for me. But Damon is on the back of Boneless Cheese, using his overtake. Boneless Cheese does defend the inside line, unlike Damon, who didn't. So Damon is going to pull to the outside. Boneless Cheese is on the inside. They're going to go side by side into turn 2 this time. And Damon takes the position around the outside. But Boneless Cheese is using overtake. He's trying to go around the outside of turn 3. Is he going to send away into turn 4? No. Decides, wait. Which is the sensible decision. Trail as Damon picks up another 3-second penalty. George just needs to keep it clean. Oh, Ruff and also, yeah, he's on the back of Britton now, but he now needs to pass Britton and pull away by 3 seconds. Britton, I'm sure, is going to try to fight this one because although they're on different tires, this is for position, this is for effective late P4. Ruff is going around the outside. Britton gets on the curb and slides wide, so he decides to leave space for Ruff on the inside because there was a little contact. Britton has basically given the position away to Ruff, but they're still going side by side. Britton lets him go. Unless there's a safety car. Crico is on the back of Britton. He's going around the outside of Britton. And this time Britton does brake at the right point on the inside, and Crico goes around the outside and takes P5 away. That was inevitable. It was just a matter of which lap Crico is going to make.
Yeah. Judd looks really good if he can keep the pace up.
Gets a terrible exit coming out of turn 2, and Britton is trying to go around the outside of Crico. Coming out of turn 3 into turn 4 goes Britton, and Crico just about leaves enough room on the inside. That was so he probably doesn't want to fight right now, but he's using overtake now because he thinks he's close enough and he wants to take the lead. Damon is also using his because his light starts to flash in, but Damon is out of ERS and has to relinquish the position to Boneless Cheese, who once again gets a terrible exit coming out of turn 2, but Damon doesn't have enough overtake to do anything about it. Boneless Cheese is also out of overtake. And Jordan is as well, actually, because he's also trying to push to try to get within that 3-second window that needs to have penalty of. Boneless Cheese goes really wide out of turn 5, and Damon is right on the back of the Racing Point driver. He's turning to the wall himself.
Ooh, that was close.
So he might have picked up a slight amount of damage from that, but not significant because on the broadcast camera he still doesn't have any amply damage. But he's going to try to retaliate down into turn 13. This is what Boneless Cheese doesn't want. He wants to pull away from Jord. This is what Jord wants the most. Boneless Cheese defends around the outside of turn 13 and fends Damon off. But Damon's
oh,
fall.
No!
Into the wall goes Damon Place. The championship leader has binged it in round 12 of 14 this season. He has to pit now for his set of soft to go to the end. And this is music to the ears for Crico and Spicy. But they are both struggling down in P5 and P8.
And take a look at Ruff and George now.
Yep, Ruff is definitely going to make the move, but he needs to pull away by quite a lot. George is defending this one, or is he? No, he's decided not to use any of his overtake, so he's accepted that he's going to let Ruff go and try to probably stay close to Ruff to try to steal his DRS maybe on the back straight.
That would probably be the smartest as well.
Can his 11-lap-old mediums hold up to the 6-lap-old soft tire runner of Ruff? So that Ruff cannot pull away by 3 seconds over George. Oh, Boneless Cheese gets shaky from 7th gear to 8th gear, I believe, on the upshift, and Ruff is now on the inside, but he brakes earlier compared to Boneless Cheese, who's on the outside on the racing line, and Ruff collides and literally punks Boneless Cheese off the track. George is now right on the back of this queue. Ruff needs to let Boneless Cheese go because otherwise he's going to get a penalty for it, but if he lets Boneless Cheese go, George is there. Jordan is effectively in the best possible position because of Ruff's cap on boneless cheese. I don't think Ruff is letting that one go. I think he's, where is he? He's slowing down, he's letting him go, he's slowing down. That's very good from Ruff to let boneless cheese go and not get overtaken by Jordan. So he knows if he lets him go in the third sector, and Ruff picks up another penalty. No. This all means Krico is on the back of this train with a four-way fight. 4-0 as Spicy gets on the inside of Flava. They're going side by side through turn 3. One along the soft tires, the other on the mediums. Who's going to come out on top into turn 4? Flava has the outside. Oh, that's a bit of contact between the McLaren and the Spicy squeezes Flava off the track. And Flava is now apparently not very happy because of the squeeze. But his mediums have nothing to fight against the Spicy. He does get a better exit. So, coming out of the final corner then. What do we have? Krico is on the back of Jord. He's using his overtake. Jord doesn't have any to defend. Jord is defending the inside line though. Krico is trying to go around the outside of turn 2. And Jord backs off it. So Jord has decided to play it safe. But he needs to keep within 3 seconds of boneless cheese. That's going to be crucial now. Because he now has to deal with Krico's dirty air. He has to pray that Krico can drag himself onto the first 2 again. This is the penultimate lap of the race now. It's all close quarters between the top 4.
It's a really big fight at the moment.
Jordan is using his overtake again after getting overtaken because he wants to steal the DRS on the back straight. But he is very far away from Krico already. Krico is, meanwhile, inching closer to the back of the front 2. And Jordan doesn't get DRS. This could be crucial. How much of a gap can boneless cheese pull away? Because he can't. Ruff is trying to fight with boneless cheese, and this is helping Jord so much. I think Jord is going to buy Ruff a beer at the end of this race. Because I think Ruff has single-handedly won Jord this race.
Yeah, don't forget they're still holding each other up at the front, and Jord is still there.
Yeah, but Jord is struggling though. His line through the middle sector is terrible. But he only needs to worry about boneless cheese because both Ruff and Krico have a 6 second penalty. But Jord needs not to make a mistake on the final lap. He is 1.8 seconds behind boneless cheese, who will get DRS on Ruff, but not close enough, and he has no overtake. Krico, meanwhile, is not close enough to boneless cheese because he also has no overtake. As Shane's AI is out of the pits because the game is stupid, so that completely scared Krico. And now he's lost everything. This is good for Jord. Well, actually bad for Jord, because he will get dirty air.
He will.
He will get dirty air, but he's still 1.9 seconds behind boneless cheese. I'm changing it to the gap to the leader because I can't work out the interval. It's better to do deduction than addition. He's now 2 seconds behind boneless cheese. The Racing Point driver needs a mega final sector, or Jord, who will finish P4 on the road, is going to take the win of a very eventful Russian Grand Prix. Boneless cheese is trying to go to the inside of Ruff, but he's not close enough. And I think this should mean that Jord is going to win this one unless he makes a mistake of some sort on his own. He just needs 4 more normal corners to take his maiden win of the season, not on track, but by virtue of penalties. On to the final 2 corners we go. Ruff has played his strategy to perfect, and starting from P10, he's going to cross the line in P1, but because of penalties, Jord wins the Russian Grand Prix.
Just like you predicted.
At the end of 27 laps around the Sochi Autodrome, RL Jordan Mercedes takes his maiden win of the season. That will boost his championship points by quite a lot, as he will go level with Abstract, so he will move up into a leveled P6 in the championship. Boneless cheese, after starting from pole and having a terrific, and I mean a terrific battle with Damon Place, our championship leader, finishes in P2 after the 3 second penalty. Ruff and Kriko played their medium to soft strategy to absolute perfection and finishing in P3 and P4. Britain did a quite quiet race and starting from P6, finishing in P5 for the AlphaTauri drive, but 10 solid points. Spicy is probably going to be crossed with incident with Ruff. Obviously, we didn't really know what happened or who was at fault. That was for post-race and for stewards to analyze after the race, but he does finish P6 on track without any penalties as well. But he does lose 4 points to Kriko, so he will be third in the championship now, with Flava finishing in P7 after that spin on the first lap. I don't know if he got tapped around because it was 3 wide into turn 2, so that could be another incident to investigate, but that means that Flava was down into P18 at the end of the first lap, so to recover from that position back up to P7 showed that the McLaren driver does have a lot of pace in himself, and he will take P5 in the championship because AlphaTrack didn't participate in this race. Damon Place, our championship leader, will finish in P8, so his gap to Kriko now reduces to 36 points with 2 races to go. Still a slim chance for Kriko and Spicy to catch up to Damon, but Damon, if he finishes, I believe, in the top 3 in any of the next 2 races, he will take the championship this season of Tier 2. Pucci finishes in P9, and Finsick finishes in P10. The rest of the grid, the rest of the results rather, includes Dank, who just missed out on points by 4 seconds, Nick finishing in P12 with Suti, Darrow, Karas, Phil. The rest of the finishers and Shane having internet issues once again did not finish, and Kikes didn't have very early on in the race.